Hi everyone, welcome back to DIY with Dewey. So today we have a 2009 Acura TL that has a bad battery. The engine is having trouble starting. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It has enough battery power to unlock the door. Go in and we're gonna try to start it and see what it does, okay? So we have the key in here. We're gonna go ahead and press the brake and push the start button right here. There. So did you see how it just kind of clicked and then it didn't start the car? So now we're gonna go ahead and turn it off. Press this. All right, let's pop our hood down here. You see that little hood logo right here under the dash? Right here. Pull that. Okay, what you want to do is you look at this logo right here, lift up your hood, and there's a safety catch, and it's on the left-hand side right here. I'll show you once I lift it up. So this is the little latch that I pulled up to release the hood. So the battery should be located right here. So do you see how this is the positive battery terminal? Lift that up. We're gonna have to remove this cover in order to access the battery. But it looks pretty corroded. This battery is pretty old, been here for a while. So grab a flathead screwdriver. So the tools we're using today is a flathead screwdriver, and we have this universal tool. So get your flathead screwdriver. Do you see these little pins, plastic pins right here? You pry it up in order to remove the plastic cover. It's not the original one, so, but go ahead and lift this lever, slide this up, and then this should be able to slide forward like that. You see the same thing with this side. Lift this up and just slide it out. So that's the whole cover. Now you see the battery terminals. These are the battery tie down right here. So this holds the battery to the car to keep it from shaking and moving around. This is your negative terminal. This is the positive terminal. So what we want to do is we're going to remove the tie down first, the battery tie down. So these are usually 10 millimeter. I don't have a 10 millimeter socket on me, so I'm just going to use the adjustable wrench. Do you see how you're rotating it left? Loosen this side, and then we're going to loosen the back a little bit as well. If you look closely, these two bolts that are part of the battery tie down, it's connected to that little hole right there. Right there. Do you see how the hook hooks onto there? So you have to loosen it enough to maneuver this hook out of that little slot. You see that little slot right here? There. So now it's hooked. That's unhooked. So then once you unhook the back, this whole battery tray tie down lifts up like that, and then you can maneuver the front off the hook right there. Look at that. All right. So from here, you can lift this up like that, lift this up, and then you can take the battery tie down out like that. There. And then this slides out. Set it there. The battery we're using is an interstate battery, 24F size. Cold cranking amp is 700. All right, so now what I like to do first is I remove the negative battery terminal first. Go ahead and loosen this. These are all 10 millimeter bolts. So if you have a socket, it'd be much easier. Okay, so you don't have to remove the nut all the way. You just remove it enough so this terminal can come off of this negative. The connector comes off the negative terminal. Now we'll work with the positive terminal. So go ahead and loosen this nut right here. And you probably have to do about 3 to 4 rotations for it to be loose enough to slide off the terminal. There you go. Look at that. All right, so both terminals are off. This wire cable right here goes towards that connector. This is a little cover that can lift straight up. There's a little plastic tab right here. Go ahead and undo this. There you go. So you lift up the center. You lift up the center of this tab, and then this bottom pinches together, and you can slide the tab out. Now this isn't connected, so go ahead and just maneuver it out like that. There you go. So this is a battery box, and it just pops in place. There's a bottom one and a top piece. All right, now the battery is completely just sitting in there and it's loose. Let's go ahead and lift it out. All right, so this is the battery box right here, and the battery box can lift right up as well, and you kind of want to empty out the trash in there. It's like dust and dirt, leaves. Just gonna wipe it out really quick and kind of clean it a little bit. Okay, yeah, it's just dirt and debris, so it's nothing that's too bad. All right, and what you see is you see these little notches down here. These go in these holes. You see how these two holes, and then this one. So we'll go ahead and set it in there, line it up into those holes. And then now what we want to do is put our new battery in. Go ahead and lift the new battery. Place it in place. Make sure the terminals are facing the same exact way. You don't want to put it in there backwards because the cable's not going to reach. Okay. So let's remove these. So you grab this little tab right here and you lift it up so it rips it open. Look at that. Set that aside. So I'm going to put it on my old battery just so nothing touches or sparks, because there's still a little bit of charge in there. All right, we're going to take this cover, put it back on. Okay, it looks like that side is on there pretty well. And you just kind of work the battery box around it. It's a pretty tight fit. Okay, that's pretty much the best we can get this on. Our main thing is we want the battery terminal to connect. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna grab our battery tie down, place the tie down where we're gonna attach it. This one, it's a little shorter. It goes to the front on this car. I'm not sure if that's how the factory is, but that's how it was on here. So we're gonna go ahead and reinstall it the same way we found it. Okay, there we go. So if you look down there, do you see the hook? I finally got it hooked to hook on there. We're gonna go work on the back one. So hook it like that. Slide it all the way down. There we go. You see how it's hooked on there? Now go ahead and tighten this little nut right here. So you have to pull up, keep tension on it while you rotate the nut. You don't want it to fall off that latch again. All right. Go ahead and tighten these screws. These don't have to be super tight or torqued down or anything. You just want it good enough so your battery doesn't shift around. So we're gonna, so it's still too loose. If you can see the tie down moving like that, it's too loose. But you don't want to crunch down your battery either. So it's still a little too loose. There we go. Do you see how now it's not moving anymore? That's how you want it. It's just good enough so it doesn't shift like too much and with vibrations. All right, we're almost done. So go ahead and put the positive terminal back on. All right, positive tighten, negative, and one fluid motion. You want to do it fast. You don't want it to going really slow and making a spark. That's not good for your car. So I always try to use all the pieces that are on the vehicle at the time. When I remove it, I do it in the reverse process. Try to keep all the parts intact. Sometimes people leave this cover off because the battery doesn't fit too well, but we were able to get it to fit. All right, both terminals are tight. All right, go ahead and grab your finish panel. We removed one connector over here, so don't forget about that one. Pop that in place. Okay, now we're gonna slide this. Slide it under the other panels. Don't forget about this hood latch. And these pins, just press down there so that you hear it click in place. That's back in. Reconnect this. That's it. I don't like pushing down on the hood because you might dent the hood when you're pushing it down. Let's get in the car and see if it starts right up. Hold the brake, press the engine start button, and it's alive. That's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions or any issues, and please hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks. Okay, so we kept the battery holder. I'm just gonna put it next to the spare tire. I don't really want to try to squeeze it into the battery box, but it'll be good to have this on hand just in case.